Tapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy of Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
I am honored to say to you, welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
All right, we are back with another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 10 something. 3, 4. What are we up to?
Maybe 5. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I don't know. 1, 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah, somebody let us know.
I guess to honor Judas Priest being in a Hall of Fame induction, latest induction class, we're going to do an album battle. Screaming for Vengeance versus Defenders of the Faith. I think 2 great records that came out back to back. What were the years? Like 82 and 83.
2 and 84. 82 and 84, I think it is.
82 and 84. Yeah. And man, both albums are great. Screaming for Vengeance is easily my favorite. But then when you look at the songs on Defenders of the Faith, it's like, shit. It's tough. It's pretty good. And also after this, we're going to do Bert's famous 10 dumb questions. So, but first we got the Judas Priest battle.
Yeah. So, oh man. So yeah, the Priest stuff. It's crazy. I mean, they finally get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. KK Downing actually plays with them, which was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I only seen clips. It didn't air yet officially, so I only seen clips.
Kai.
Yeah, Kai. They sounded, I don't know. Did anybody else hear it? Because they sounded great.
No, I didn't. I didn't see any of the clips yet.
Oh my god!
I said I was like, he's got to be lip syncing, but nope.
It aired on HBO already.
YouTube,
because I think it was supposed to. Okay, it's supposed to come on soon if it didn't already.
Coming on soon. No, I only seen clips on YouTube and it looked great. Sounded great.
Oh, okay.
But Rob Halford sounds insanely good. Insanely good.
What's he like 71 years old or something like that? That's pretty impressive.
I mean, he's got to be up there. He's got to be up there.
I mean, those guys with that style of vocals, man, they most of them just can't pull that, and they're like 40s,
No, there's not many.
He's one of the few that can, and there's not many who can still do that. That style,
And and he did do. And guess what? If you look at, we all think of Halford does that big screamy kind of style, but if you look at it, you look at all the other stuff he's done. He's mixed it up pretty good. He's definitely mixed it up. He's not all about just that one thing that he's known for. He's really, really good. Yeah, I'm definitely a Priest fan. I became a Priest fan later in life. When I was younger, they weren't really on my radar too much. But as I get older, I love them now.
Yeah.
So let's go to the tail of the tape.
Okay, I totally forgot about this, but usually we do track 1 versus track 1, 2 versus 2. This time we're doing our new format, which is what Mike calls the roll the dice rumble.
That's
So
right,
it's,
baby.
whatever number Bert picks out versus the other number is the tracks that they're going to go up against each other. So what do we have?
Well, we're going to do what we're going to do is if you win, you get the chips. So in other words, it's almost like playing war. If I have a 7,
Yeah.
you have an 8, you get both cards. So in this case, you get both chips, and then we count the chips up the end, and we see who wins. So let's hear the crowd. The white chips will be Screaming for Vengeance. The red chips will be Defenders of the Faith. First one up! Damo, track 2. What do we have for track 2 for Defenders of the Faith?
Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker versus.
It's a good one.
Here it comes. Oop, yeah, we're taking away one. Jawbreaker versus track 6 on Screaming for Vengeance, which is
Screaming for Vengeance.
Screaming for Vengeance. Ooh, that's a tough one. We're gonna go to you first, Damo.
That is I mean, what do we got? Jawbreaker versus Screaming for Vengeance. Jawbreaker is a pretty cool tune. Pretty underrated too, I think. But yeah, I'm going with Screaming for Vengeance all the way. Because that's probably my favorite Priest song.
Damo, going with Screaming for Vengeance. Mike D.
Another tough one. See, I gave Jawbreaker a 4, Screaming of Vengeance a 3.5. So this is a tough one, man. I'm getting yelled at for my opinions over here. I'm going Jawbreaker.
All right.
It's a 2 for Jawbreaker, huh? Oh,
All
man.
right.
Okay, so.
No,
two
Damien.
for. No, I said
Damien
Screaming
picked
for
Screaming
Oh,
for
Vengeance.
you picked
Vengeance.
Screaming for Vengeance. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 1-1 on the deciding
I'm not crazy.
factor. Okay, so let's see what I got going on here. Screaming for Vengeance. Definitely a classic Priest song. It kicks off with the big Halford howl into the signature Priest sound. Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking ripper, man. It's a staple. And all
Is that the
Priest
one where that
stuff.
little Axel sounding vocal line?
No, that's in Defenders of the Faith. That's Free Will Burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free Will Burning.
Great. I mean, 2 great, really good records. Oh man. So I gave Screaming for a Vengeance a 4. And going to a Jawbreaker, which is another really good song. It's got a nice build up.
Do the right thing, Bert.
Yeah. I gave Jawbreaker 3.25. Screaming for Vengeance gets the chips. Damo, you got the list here. We're gonna go with Screaming for Vengeance number. Next number.
Are we allowed? We could sway the vote here now. Come on.
No, that's what I had. I had a 4 to a 3.25.
Damon's being persuasive tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Damo, Screaming for Vengeance. We picked Electric Eye. And on the other one, for Defenders of the Faith, we picked Rock Hard, Live Free. Damo, what you got?
That's easy. Electric Eye.
Yeah. Mike
I mean, it's one of the greatest intros and killer intro track.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I gave Electric Eye 4, and I gave Rock Hard Ride Free a 2.5. And that's mainly because of the cheesiness of it. So
it's got that rock word in there.
But yeah, that's not even close.
Yeah.
Rock Hard, Live Free. I mean, they always have cool intros. It's got a real cool intro to it.
But it's just the title of that song.
Got that dated
just the
sound.
title of that song. Just kind of.
It's dated.
Rock
It's got that
Hard
dated
Ride
sound.
Free.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Electric Eye is pretty fucking awesome. I'm going Electric Eye. It's really a good song. It's really a good song. It's a good opener. Screaming for Vengeance, piling up the chips. Screaming for Vengeance. We have track number 9, Fever versus Defender of the Faith. Track number 7. which
Which is what?
Some Heads Are Gonna Roll. Wow. Damo, Fever or Some Heads Are Gonna Roll?
I think Some Heads Are Gonna Roll or is a pretty cool tune. Fever's sort of like forgettable, I think.
So you're going with Some Heads Are Gonna Roll, Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, Some Heads Are Gonna Roll. That's a great track. I gave that a 4.5. I could have given it a 5 easily, but I don't hand that out too often. So, and Fever, I gave it 3. Yeah. We're going to go with Some Heads Are Gonna Roll.
Some Heads Are Gonna Roll.
I gave Fever a 3.5. It's a decent song. And Some Heads Are Gonna Roll is one of the 5s. It gets a friggin' 5. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song. Defenders of the Faith gets the first couple of chips. All right, guys, moving on to the next one. Screaming for Vengeance. Track number 8, which is You Got Another Thing Coming versus Defender of the Faith comes up with track number 4, which is The Sentinel. Damo.
Damn. Man. Damn, Sentinel's a cool tune. But like Another Thing Coming is like their rock and roll night, which I'm kind of sick of. I'm going with The Sentinel.
Damien going with an upset. Damien going with
I'm doing the right thing.
Mike
I'm
D.
doing the right thing. You Got Another Thing Coming. That's a 5 on my list. And that might be the only 5 I got. The Sentinel, I was like kind of on the borderline, but like once I heard it a couple times, it was kind of cool. But I ain't beating Another Thing Coming. Sorry, Damo.
Damn.
Sorry, bud.
So that gives me the deciding vote here.
Do the right thing.
Another Thing Coming is the best song off of that record. It's a staple in their catalog.
You're so high.
Another Thing Coming.
Come on. I don't care how many times it's still a great song.
Screaming for Vengeance gets another one. All right, Damo, here we go.
That would be like taking like 4 sticks over like Stairway to Heaven or something like that.
I know.
Oh, man. Screaming for Vengeance. Track number 5. Chains. Take These Chains. Versus Defender of the Faith picks track number 6. Eat Me Alive. Demo.
Damn. I think I'm going with Eat Me Alive.
Demo going with Eat Me Alive. Mike D.
I'm going with Eat Me Alive. I edged it out. I gave that a 4, and I gave Take These Chains a 3.5. A little cheesy on that one, but it was still cool.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a slower one. So,
Take These Chains. I give it 2.5. I kind of like it a little bit. It's okay. Eat Me Alive, definitely for me.
That's a great track.
It wipes it out. It's another fast driving tune. It's simple, but it's pretty hooky. Eat Me Alive. Defenders of the Faith takes the chips. All right, guys. The next one here in the Rumble Royale. Track number 4 from Screaming for Vengeance, Bloodstone versus Bloodstone versus track number 1, Free Will Burning from Defenders of the Faith.
Free Will Burning. That is a tough one. This is a tough battle, this one, I think.
Good one.
Damn, man. I am going with Free Will Burning, though.
Damo, Free Will Burning. Mike D.
Same here, man. I like that track. 4.5 from me on that one. I might have gave it a little too high, but I didn't like Bloodstone, man. I think that one left me with a headache.
I like the chorus. I like the chorus a lot. I think it's a
That
great
song kind of
chorus.
killed me. I think I probably should have gave it a 1.5, but
Oh, listen, Free Will Burning is a ripper. Great song, pounding vocals. That's the song that, Mike was saying the other day. Mike's like, man, it almost sounds like Axl Rose totally ripped off that vocal line. That the verses, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Defenders of the Faith, Free Will Burning. Yeah.
Free will burning.
Hello here. Screaming for Vengeance. Picks track number 3, Riding on the Wind.
Riding on the wind.
You should sing everything.
Riding.
Defenders picks Love Bites. Damo.
Dude, I think this is a tough one too for me.
Man.
Damn. Love Bites is a cool tune, and I like Riding on the Wind. Damn. I'm going to go with Riding on the Wind.
Damo, Riding on the Wind. Mike D.
This is tough. I got them both tied at like a 4.5. I like these songs a lot.
Yeah.
I got to go with Love Bites, man. That just had that cool factor to it. That was a pretty cool track.
Yeah.
I'm the deciding vote here. And
Do the right thing.
In the Dawn of Night, Love Bites.
Love Bites.
I love it. I love the vibe.
That's a tough one. I think that might have been the toughest round for me.
Yeah, man. So Defenders of the Faith, get some chips. All right, guys. Well, you got a few left here. Screaming for Vengeance. Track number 10, Devil's Eye. Oh, I'm sorry, Devil's Eye. Devil's Child. Versus versus track number 8, Night Comes Down. Demo.
This is cake because Devil's Child is. I know I probably said it for a couple songs already, but I think Devil's Child is my favorite song on the record.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That might be my least favorite off the record.
Oh man. You are really smoking today. You're smoking some crack.
Damo is going with that.
That's all opinion.
Mike D.
I got Devil's Child at 3. Night Comes Down at a 2.5. So I'm going to go with Devil's Child. Not one of my favorite ones, but it wasn't terrible.
You did the right thing, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, it grew on me a little bit because I didn't have that too high in the beginning, but it kind of grew.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, I'm outvoted either way. Devil's Child gets the chip. All right, guys, last one here. Screaming for Vengeance, Pain and Pleasure versus the last track off Defenders of the Faith that we have here. We're picking track number 9 on Defenders of the Faith, which is, well, it's actually trap. Yeah, it'll be heavy duty, right? Yeah, heavy duty, which goes in the Defenders.
Heavy duty. So
that's it.
Wait, what song? I thought it was turn on your light. Heavy duty, turn on your light.
No, heavy duty.
Heavy duty, Defenders of the Faith.
Yep.
So we got heavy duty from Defenders of the Faith versus Pain and Pleasure from Screaming for Vengeance.
Wait, what's the turn on your light?
That might be a bonus track or something.
Yeah, there's some bonus
Maybe
tracks in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I ignored the bonus tracks. No bonus tracks.
Okay. All right. Okay. Heavy duty. I thought heavy duty was a little cheesy, so I'm going with Pain and Pleasure.
Pain and Pleasure for Damo. Mike D.
I mean, they're both kind of cheesy. I didn't like Pain and Pleasure. And Heavy Duty, I think I gave it a little bit higher just because of the end of it with Defenders of Faith sort of instrumental there, which I thought was really cool. Yeah. So I got to go with Heavy Duty.
I'm going Heavy Duty too, even though it reminds me of Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the battle. I want to count the chips, damage. You count your things too. So we got here.
I had I got the results here.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
Ooh.
Do we need a recount?
I think Defender squeaks it out.
Yep. Defenders 5, Screaming for Vengeance 4.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, if I asked you off the cuff, what album do you think you like better?
Screaming for Vengeance, I would say.
You would go with Screaming for Vengeance. Mike D.
Defenders.
For me, Defenders edges it out slightly. It's close though. I mean, this was a good matchup. It was pretty close. Album cover, Dane. Both the album covers.
I was just ready to say that. Yeah, if you want to judge by the album covers, I mean, that's a tough one too. I think they're both pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably go with Screaming for Vengeance, maybe.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, the Screaming for Vengeance has got the yellow, which really stands out. I think that's what makes that record stand out. It's friggin' yellow, you know? It's tough, though. They're both very Japanese-looking, kind of mechanical. They're great album covers, man. They really are.
Yeah.
And you can tell they're sister albums, because if you look at the back, even the way the artwork is, and then like the titles are all just slanted on the one side, they still got that little squiggly Japanese kind of different color thing going on. It's really cool, man. Yeah, this was a good battle. Defenders of the Faith squeaks it out by just a hair, pretty much. By one track, it squeaks it out pretty much. Yeah, man, it's really, really good. There you have it. Screaming for Vengeance versus Defenders of the Faith. Defenders of the Faith squeaks it out. Damo would have went the other way, slightly, probably. No.
Yeah.
He tried. He tried.
Yeah, but you know what? I when you look at the songs, me personally, when I look at songs on both records, it's, I mean, right off the bat, without looking at the song, I would say Screaming for Vengeance. But then when I'm looking at each track, I think it's almost like a tie.
It's close.
Like, yeah, it is really close.
It's close. I mean, I had two, I rank 1 to 5, 1 being not good, 2 being okay, 3 being pretty good, 4 being really good, and 5 being great. And I had 1-5 on Screaming for Vengeance, which was another thing coming, and I had 2 5s on Defenders of Faith, which was Free Will Burning, and Some Heads Are Going to Roll. So it really slightly kicked it out for me. I mean, it was so close, All right, guys. So we're going to head on to a segment we haven't done in months. 10 stupid questions, this or that, whatever you like, whatever you want to call it. But this is always a fun little thing to do. And
10 stupid questions with 3 stupid people.
Yeah. So I don't even know what I'm going to answer in some of these. So if you take a little bit, you take a little bit. Damo, going you first. If you were in 7-Eleven right now and they had all different kinds of Doritos, what color bag of Dorito do you go for? What is your Dorito of choice?
Yeah, that's a tough question because I usually do mix it up. What's the purple one?
Yeah,
chili.
The
sweet chili.
Yeah,
sweet chili.
Yeah, I'll either go with that or with the original one.
Okay, if you had to pick one though, right now, what are you going with?
Original.
Damo goes for the original. So the red bag. Mike D.
The Cool Ranch Blue.
Mike D with the blue. Wow. I think the blue one wore out its welcome with me. It's not as good as it used to be.
I gotta be in the mood. I gotta be in the mood for it.
Gotta be in the mood. The blue I used to like, not so much anymore. For me, I'm with Damo. If it's not the original, I'm going with the purple bag. I love the purple bag.
I like the purple bag, man. That's good too.
You said the blue already. Let's not go back.
I said I like it, but what I would go after the Cool Ranch, man. Got to go after the Cool Ranch.
Yeah, Cool Ranch was cool when it came out. Not as cool as it was. I'm going
Hey,
with
Ranch is
purple.
still big now, man. Ranch is bigger than ever right now.
Damo, not now, but when you were a kid, what was your favorite candy as a kid?
Favorite candy as a kid is still my favorite candy as an adult, and I don't get enough of it because you can't find them anywhere. Or you can, but you can't find them everywhere. Is whatchamacallit.
Ah, it's a good one.
Remember whatchamacallit
Yeah, I
candy
still
bar?
like them. I still like them.
They're
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Wow.
it's an underrated, underappreciated candy bar, in my
Mike,
opinion.
wasn't there a chocolate version of that just came out not too long ago?
It's the Hoosie Watts. It's
Woozy Watts.
Oh yeah,
the
Have you
Hoosie
seen that,
Watts,
Dan? Pretty
which
good.
which kind of
Yeah.
sounds like a little dirty name a little girl or boy would call their part, but the Hoosie Watts, it's I don't know
Yeah.
about the name.
Yeah.
It's great, but I don't know.
But that is whatchamacallit. It's one of my favorites. It's still one of my go-tos. One of my I'm with you, Dane. How about you there, Mikey D?
Back in the day it was a Snickers, man, but they're tough right now. I can't do them anymore. Too
That's
much
kind of
shit
a-
getting caught.
That's kind of a boring pick for a kid.
Boring.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
good now, but
Snickers?
for a kid, when you're a kid,
What?
you'd have
Are
nothing
you
funner than
crazy?
that.
Snickers, they were awesome.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the good old Snickers.
I mean, they're good now, but when you were a kid,
Like,
that was
come
the
on,
one you liked.
like to me, like boring was like Milky Way, Three Musketeers. That's boring.
Yeah.
Snickers, you had the chocolate, you had the nougat, you had the nuts, the caramel. Come on, boring.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
it now, but back then
I'm a defender of the Snicker here.
Defenders of the Snicker.
Well, I don't know.
Or is it screaming for Snickers?
Screaming
There you go.
Snickers. I'm going with the wacky wafers. I used to like the wacky wafers when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely. I just actually had one not too
Yeah.
long ago.
He's a wacky wafer.
Maybe it's wacky. Maybe that's what made me like it.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is okay. I know what the wacky wafer is. How about Laffy Taffies?
I like the Laffy
You pull 'em
Taffies.
out like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
A lot of them tasted like that artificial taste, though, with them.
Oh yeah, but you're a
Yeah.
kid.
I don't know. They weren't. I didn't like.
Like the Charleston Chew. I haven't had one of those in fucking 30 years. They were them
Yeah,
big, weren't
Charleston
they
Chew.
big? They were like a big chocolate with was it hard marshmallow or something?
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember we were kids in like class, man. Like we had the Nowlators, and you'd put them in your mouth, and you couldn't really chew on them too much because the teeth should see you eating candy. So you kind of just park it between your teeth, and you just get the juice.
Stuck on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
And that's always when the
love
teacher
Nowlators.
called on you when you're sitting there, the question, I can't open my mouth.
dude, that's
He's like,
Mike.
you
Guess
have
what?
candy? It's like, remember that? Yeah.
Nowlaters. They're one of my favorites.
They still make them? They still
Oh, yeah.
make them?
I think
Mhm.
so. They're like in these little packs now or something. Wow, that's a
Yeah.
good pick. You know what else I used to like that I couldn't do today? I used to like, remember the big, long, thick pixie sticks? Pixie sticks?
The
Oh,
pixie
yeah.
sticks,
The
yeah.
plastic one where you cut it open, you would put it in your mouth like this, but then it would, I guess your spit or whatever would get in it, and then it would get stuck, and you'd be like trying to get it the fuck out because you would chew on it.
Yeah. We went
Yeah.
and when we were young, probably like our early 20s, and we did this 24-hour paintball game. And one of my buddies goes and
24-hour paintball game?
Oh yeah. It was fun. He had this pouch filled with pixie sticks. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, gotta keep me awake. Like, dude, you're gonna burn yourself out. He came back. He was wearing this balaclava over his face, and all you saw was the pixie like juice lips coming through. With all, like, it crystallized the sugar, and he just passed out, man. Like the sugar just burned right through him.
Yeah.
Damo's going hunting soon. Maybe you could bring yourself some pixie sticks, Damo.
Yeah, keep me awake.
Okay, moving on to the next one. If you could save one movie star's collection, their whole collection, what would it be? Would it be Arnold Schwarzenegger or Stallone? You can only pick one of their collections.
I'm going with I'll go with Stallone. Which
Damo.
I started watching this new show, the Tulsa King that he's in.
Today. I watched the first episode today.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
I don't know, man. I think it was a little cringe in parts. I don't know.
Well, some of it, but
I think the acting on his part is sort of
A little
It's not
over the
same,
top,
man.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see, you know how it is. If always a pilot's always weird, though. It always takes
Yeah.
a couple episodes.
Yeah.
But I thought it
I'm
was
gonna
pretty
stick with it.
decent. I thought it was pretty
Mhm.
decent. Mike D, whose collection you saving?
It's a
Arnie's
tough
or
one.
Sly's?
I think I like more Stallone stuff, but it's hard, man, to drop them Terminators out of there.
And Predator
Yeah.
and Commando,
Predator.
There are a lot of good ones.
Conan.
Twins.
I gotta go with Stallone.
Running Man.
Running
You know
Man's
what?
Yeah.
I
a
might have to,
great movie.
I might have to flip flop. I think. I don't know.
It is.
I don't know.
I
It's
said
tough,
Stallone.
We
man.
might have to
It's
do
really
a head to head
tough.
one day with them too. Yeah, it's tough.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm
Man.
going with Stallone.
I think I'm going with Stallone just because you got the Rockies. It's hard to beat that.
I think we should. I think we should do a 3-way battle. Throw in
Who's
Bruce Willis. Remember the three of them had. Remember they started playing in Hollywood. The three of them. It was
They
supposed to be
did,
like
yeah.
the big thing.
I mean, Bruce
Dude,
Willis is an
come on.
action star, but I don't know. It's almost just like they threw, here you go. You're an action star.
Yeah. Well,
It's like,
Die
but the
Hard,
other
you
two
know?
took time and they're craft, man. They're bulked up. They crashed. I know
Yeah,
Die Hard was great, but I don't know.
Well, there you have it. Next week, it's Bruce Willis movies versus Arnold Schwarzenegger movies versus Stallone movies. There you have it. Next week, that's the topic for next week that we'll go with. We'll have to rate the movies against each other.
Yeah.
Do we do a Rumble Royale? Maybe we do a Rumble Royale. We pick like maybe 6 movies or 10 movies from each, and that's how we do it.
That's a good. There we go. That's a good idea.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll work
I like
on that.
that.
Soon.
That's a new format.
So I'm going with Stallone. Okay, so let's see. The next one would be celebrity you used to like. Doesn't matter what kind of stuff, music, movies, whatever. Celebrity that you used to like that you really don't like anymore, really can't get into anymore.
Man, that's a tough one.
There's a lot of them.
Damn, man, I don't know. Yeah, you stomped me there. I don't know.
Nobody used to that you liked a lot that kind of turns you off now. You're like,
Nah,
figured
usually
you have a
people turn
list.
me off. Have always turned me off.
we'll go back to Damo, see if he's got some. Mike
Yeah.
D.
Robert De Niro. I'm just sick of him. Just sick of him. Tired of hearing him. Just shut the fuck up.
Mike D goes with De Niro. I'm going to go with Tommy Lee. I used to be a huge Tommy Lee fan. Now he kind of just gets on
That's a
my
good
nerves.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of, I don't know, just not cool anymore.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking more actors. I'm not in the thinking of musicians. I don't know, man. I'm going to leave this one blank. I can't think of anybody. Yeah, I mean, I could put Tommy Lee in there too. He kind of gets my nerves.
All right, Damo's going to go with me. We go with Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
And I used to love Tommy Lee. Now it's just like, I don't know. I don't get it. It's just like,
Yeah.
I really don't get it. Okay, so question 5, Damo, if you were ordering Mexican food right now, what would you order?
Well, I had Taco Bell today. Yeah, last week in Indianapolis, Friday and Saturday night we had Mexican food. My go-to is always the burrito. I always go with the burrito.
What kind of burrito?
Last week I got one called the Gringo, and I don't remember what had it in there. I don't remember what was in there, but it was definitely one of the burritos where like you have to like, it's not like you hold it with 2 hands and eat it. It's a knife and fork deal, which I think I kind of like better these days.
Yeah.
The knife and fork burrito with all the shit on it.
They gave you a Gringo, which means it was a ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah. You know what? It was a Mexican
burrito.
restaurant. It wasn't like an authentic. It was like one of those fancy,
Right.
fancier type places. It was just Mexican by like, decor and all that.
Well, what was in it? Do you remember what was in it that made it a Gringo?
Nah, it was just. It was, meat. Actually, it might have been like ham and beef or something.
Like something mixed in.
Yeah, yeah,
It's interesting. Mike
yeah,
D.
yeah. It was good.
Oh, definitely the burrito.
Well, burrito, Mike. What do you go with?
I could probably go for the pork and pineapple right now.
It's a good one.
That was what's that place we usually go to, man?
Los Gallos
Los
Oh, yeah, they're
Gallos,
good.
yes.
on Wolf Street. Yeah,
Really, really good.
Yeah, I was there a couple months ago
it's good.
for the first time,
I would probably.
and I got the burrito.
You got the burrito. You know what? I'm going to go with the
Yeah.
steak burrito from Los Gallos, and I'll tell you why. You
Mhm.
get the burrito, and that's all you really need. It's so fucking big. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just that's all you need. You know,
I
if you
always
like,
get something else with it, and I'm like, why did I do that?
yeah. I remember when we first started ordering from that place, I would get the burrito, and I was like, oh, I'll get the nachos too. It's ridiculous. It's so big it can feed fucking 4 people. It's crazy.
What's the place on Passyunk Avenue?
The cantina.
Cantina. Yeah. When I go there, I always get the same thing. I always get the it's a burrito, but it's a shit.
The pork burrito.
Goat.
It's good
Goat.
there. Goat. You do
Goat.
goat?
Yeah. Goat meat. Yeah.
I never
Eh.
did the goat.
Don't really
Nah.
do anything for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm not even into like the falafel stuff and all that stuff with the Greek. I can't even eat that. Don't really. You eat that, Dame, or no?
I like
Yeah,
falafels.
yeah, I
That's
like
not
that
really
stuff.
goat meat though.
You
That's
supposed to do falafel? Lamb.
oh, falafels are awesome.
Nah, I have no
Falafels.
interest.
There's no meat in falafel.
No,
That's all,
they're-
it's
Oh, it's
chickpeas.
chickpeas.
It's ground up
Yeah.
chickpeas into like
Oh,
a meatball
a
kind
gyro, whatever.
of Euro is a
Yeah, that's
gyro. I don't
lamb.
know how to say it.
Yeah.
Euro.
That's lamb.
That's lamb. Lamb goat is your
Yeah,
fucking difference.
I'm always into trying different shit. You know, it's something different than like pork and beef. You know, if they have something else, goat. Okay, I want to try that. You know, if they have some other type of meat, I usually try that over the pork or steak just to try different
Just to
things.
try different.
I had an alligator pizza before.
Oh, really?
That was pretty good. It was
I don't know
it
if
was
I've ever
weird
tried
because
alligator.
it tasted like chicken, but it felt like you were eating a piece of meat, like a beef.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I had frog legs once.
I would try that.
And dude, it does taste like chicken, but it just the appearance of it just like kind of freaked me the fuck out. I couldn't even like I forced myself to eat it. I actually got it at like a buffet or something. They had it there. I was like, you know what? Let me try. I've always wanted to try them. I mean, it looks like a fucking frog leg, man. It looks
Nah,
pretty
I can't.
disgusting.
Nah,
But,
no good for me. I'll stick
again,
to the
I
basics.
just did it. Just did it just to try it.
Damo, when you were a kid, who was your favorite superhero?
Man, there was a few of them. Probably Spider-Man, I think. I always liked Spider-Man. You know, he was a little sarcastic. He was a kid,
Yeah.
scrawny. You know, people always forget Spider-Man was a teenager. You know,
Yeah, he was a youngster. Mike
Yeah.
D.
Him and Hulk. Hulk
Yeah,
and
I was a Mark. I was a Superman fan.
You were straight up Superman, huh?
Yeah,
For me, Dame, man, we have so much in common, Damo. My two favorites were Spider-Man being my favorite, Hulk and Batman probably my next two. But
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, man. When he used to come on TV, I couldn't wait. Couldn't wait for it.
I used to like was it The Amazing Spider-Man and Friends?
That's the one. That's the one, yeah.
Spider-Man, Iceman, and Firestarter.
I don't know. I don't know if I remember that. That might have been
Or
later.
Firestar was her name. Yeah, it was like early 80s cartoon.
I'm trying to think if I remember that all myself now.
I
Yeah,
remember
you're
the
thinking
Amazing
of it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man, but this one was Spider-Man and Friends, I think. It was Spider-Man, Iceman, and Firestar or Firestarter.
Did she
is
have
this
like
the one-
a yellow outfit on, maybe?
The girl, yeah, Firestar. She
I
had like
kinda remember.
yellow and
With
Was
the
this one
red-
of those cartoons that came on like early?
it was it was a Saturday
Saturday.
morning cartoon.
But it was like one of the early ones, kind of like, get you warmed up for the 9 o'clock cartoons.
No, and I think it was like Saturday morning prime time. So like
Oh, it
9:30.
was? Okay. I'm trying to remember that one.
Yeah, because Saturday mornings there were like current cartoons, but then I know you're talking about the
You'd wake up early and it was like you get
Mighty
like the Land of
Mouse
the
and shit.
Lost and yeah, like Mighty Mouse and what was those other ones? Those weird looking puppets,
Yeah,
Banana
yeah,
Ramas
no,
or something like that.
Yeah, because the earlier stuff, like 7, 8 o'clock hour, that was like older cartoons that they tried to sell you. But this Spider-Man one was like came out in the early 80s. It was like current, wasn't like a throwback thing.
I gotta look that up. I can see if sometimes if I see a picture, I'll remember.
Do they even have Saturday morning cartoons anymore?
No, because you
Nah,
could get
no
them
more.
every.
No.
You could get it all
Yeah,
day
I guess
now.
so.
It kind of like
Yeah.
that
Right.
concept was great. Like, oh, it's a network you can watch all day, but it takes away from the special being special. It's
I
like
mean, because I knew what
overkill.
I was doing Saturday mornings before Saturday even happened.
Dude,
I knew
would
it was going
still
to be
watch it.
cartoons.
I mean, if I get up early enough, if I do throw cartoons on something like SpongeBob or something like that, whatever's on. But there you go.
My whole Saturday was always planned. Sometimes I wake up 7:30, 8 o'clock. Like Mike said, they had the old cartoons like Mighty Mouse and some stuff. And then like at 10 o'clock, I put from 10 to 12. Well, 10 to 11 was like Superstars of Wrestling, and then 11 to 12 was Wrestling Challenge. And then I'd flip over to the other station. I watch
Gladiators.
Yep.
NWA wrestling. Oh yeah, then you had
Gladiators.
American Gladiators, and then you had later on like around 1 or 2 o'clock, you had the Kung Fu Theater and
Sunday
and all
Three
that stuff.
Stooges.
It's Three Stooges all day. Sunday, yeah.
We got to go back to that.
Missed all
Got to
that.
start layering out shit like this is what I'm doing on this.
Yeah.
Now
They
it's like they
should-
have like the Christmas channel. You can watch Christmas movies like every day. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
They should have like, isn't there like that Me Channel or something, or We Channel or some shit like that?
Yeah,
where it's all
something
like
like that.
older. Yeah, I don't know if they had this format, but they should follow that format on Saturday and
Like
Sunday
the old
mornings,
school. Old school
Yeah.
format. That could
Yeah.
be cool. All right, Damo. If you were starting a band right now, and I'm not available, of course, and you had to pick a singer between Freddie Mercury and Rob Halford, who would you pick to be your singer? Only them two. Wait, let me set it up for you. One guy comes in, he's got a tank top on, big old mustache. The other guy comes in, big beard, bald head, both pretty flamboyant. Who do you go with?
All right, so we're going with the modern day Rob Halford
Yes.
with the goatee and bald head, and then we're going with Freddie Mercury with the mustache.
Yes.
That era. Yeah, that's the Freddie Mercury I don't like at all. I'm definitely going with Rob Halford.
Mike D.
Freddie Mercury. Probably the reason why, because I'm not like a huge Queen guy. I do like some of their songs, and I'm not bashing them. I don't, I'm not going to say, oh, they're overrated, they suck, and all that. They deserve everything they have. I'm just kind of tired of them at this point. But
right,
it's all that pomp and circumstance, all the stuff. I like the whole rock star thing, but that's like a little too over the top. All his shenanigans.
Shenanigans, yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew you were going to say that word.
It's a little too Broadway. You know what I mean?
Good.
And I'm not a musical guy. I hate musicals.
That's a good one, Damo.
A
little too Broadway. I like that. Mike D, who you going with?
Oh, I'm going with Halford, man.
Mike D goes with Halford. I'm okay. I'm surprised in that one.
I'm kind of with Damien on this one. I'm kind of burnt out with Queen, man. I'm just like, like we were. It's weird because like we were the younger generation at one point, going back and listening to Queen, and then it's like it just seems like the generations after keep going back to Queen, and I'm like, I really think there's some better stuff out there.
Well,
they're great, but I'm sick of hearing "We Will Rock You." I'm sick of hearing Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like I like Another One Bites the Dust. That's still a great track.
When the Wayne's World movie came out, they had like their first resurgence, and that's really when I found out. I had no fucking idea who Queen was.
Same here.
Like
I've known them, but I didn't know anything.
Yeah, because they weren't shit at that time. I mean, late 80s, early 90s. Queen wasn't anybody, in America. They were like almost like a has-been band. But then when the Wayne's World movie came out and Bohemian Rhapsody was everywhere, that's when I discovered them. And I was into them at that time. I went back and got, some of their
Same here.
albums, and I liked them. But just like anything, once it's like constantly in your face all the time, I'm burnt out, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with Rob Halford. I mean, seems like a lot less work. As you guys said, the Broadway thing is good. I like Queen. I do like Queen. But between the movie coming out and all that, and guess what? I think the movie's a little overrated. I mean, it was okay. I haven't seen a good rock bio in a long time. The Motley Crue one, if I was a kid, I probably would have watched it a million times. I think I watched it once and a half. Didn't really.
Yeah.
You know what the
the
thing
same
about
here.
them though? They Hollywood them up, and it's like, stop it. Just like put it out. Like don't cheese on it. Like everybody knows at this point. Like a lot of that shit's fake and
Mhm.
thrown in. The times are wrong.
Yeah.
It's like I won't even watch them.
Yeah, with the in the days of like Wikipedia, where what's the first thing you're going to do after you watch a movie like that? And if you're somewhat interested in a band and you didn't know all this stuff, you're going to go look them up on Wikipedia, and half the shit you're going to find out the timeline is incorrect, and you're just going to get upset.
Yeah.
That's
But,
why the Weird Al Yankovic one that's coming out, he purposely said he's doing a fictional biography.
Yeah,
of
it's not
himself.
real. I heard it was good, but
Right.
it's not real at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Same, it was sort of like the Elton John movie. It was all, I mean, they came out and said it that it was like there was embellishments and
Sure.
they made it so it would kind of like turn into like a musical at some point.
Yeah.
So
Keep your interest, kind of let it flow. Yep. All right.
I'll
So
tell you
now,
what movie was good though. I don't know if you saw it. Was the Elvis movie that just came
it was
out.
good. It was good. I did say it.
I thought it was, I thought it was definitely one of the better
Yeah.
music
It
bios,
it,
and
it didn't
I'm
put
a
him in
tough
a
critic.
it didn't put him in this like hail Elvis light, and it didn't put him in this like Elvis's dumb light. It just kind of put him in he got in a situation, kind of was stuck, and just that was it,
Yeah, it seemed pretty true,
Pretty true. Yeah. And same thing with a lot of people kind of shit on the Colonel guy. Elvis might not have been Elvis if it wasn't for that guy either. So, one hand
Mhm.
washes the other,
Yeah.
But okay, so we all pick Rob Halford on that one. Moving on to the next one. What actor do you think is way overrated, Damo?
Damn.
Like this guy keeps getting these
Uh,
parts. He's not that good.
Damn, I noticed. I want to say Tom Hanks, but I know there's somebody else that I always that I know I've said like a certain actor all the time. I just can't think right now, but I'll just say Tom Hanks. Mike's gonna say Robert De Niro.
No. I'm not going to go there. I'm trying to think of something different here.
Damo goes with Tom Hanks.
This is a tough one.
If you would have asked me this like 15, 20 years ago, I probably would have said Billy Crystal.
A lot of people don't like him.
I mean, I don't know. He's a comedian. I look at him as, but
Yeah.
But a lot of people say the same thing, Dame. I heard that before. They're like, Well, it's Mike's thinking. I'm just going to throw out mine here. Nicolas Cage. Like, he
You
gets
know
a lot
what?
of parts, man.
yes, you're absolutely right. I'm going to go with you on that one, Bert.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
not that he's bad, but he gets all these big parts, and you're like,
Not so much anymore though.
And you know what? I'm
He's-
going to
he's
tell
kinda
you,
slow down a bit.
he's been doing a lot of stuff now. There's like a Nicolas Cage resurgence.
Oh,
He
he
did
was
some
in the-
movie where he like played himself or something like that, like a fiction movie.
I heard that's actually pretty good.
I like some of his stuff too, but it's like I don't know. I
like
feel
some.
like to me, I look at Nicolas Cage and I saw interviews with him and stuff like that, and the guy really puts himself on a pedestal, man. Like he says he created this new way of acting. It's like, dude, stop it. You just if you created a new way of acting, you created a new way of bad acting.
Yeah, he's a bit eccentric. I did see him in like this independent film about a year ago. That was actually pretty good. What the fuck was the name of it? Came out like a year ago. It was definitely like one of those indie films where he's kind of like living in the woods.
oh, jeez.
I forget the name of it though. Shit.
I
It'll
think they're
come
doing
back to me.
a face off too now.
I like the
Oh,
first
they
one.
really-
I liked the first
I
one.
thought the first one was pretty good.
It was clever, I thought.
Pig. That's the name of the movie.
Pig?
Pig.
Hmm.
Yeah, he has his pet pig, and he lives in isolation, and it was actually like a really good movie.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Maybe he could bring himself back. We could get somebody else out. Moving on to the next one. Damo, if you were a dog, what would you be?
My favorite dog is a Siberian Husky.
No, but what would
So,
you be? What would you be?
That's what I would be.
Damien's going to Siberian Husky.
Yeah, because they're badass looking, man. They look like wolves. You know,
All right.
like they'll fuck you up.
Damien's going to Siberian Husky. Mike D.
Whole
Me,
sled
big
in
dumb
Alaska.
bulldog, laying around all day.
Slobbering all over.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to say a pit bull, but it'd probably be a bulldog. That's what I'm going to. Just a bunch of
Not a
chubbaloo.
chihuahua. You want to piss all over the floor?
I'm too heavy for a chihuahua.
You got Taz.
Yeah, he's thick.
He looks like a little bowling ball with legs.
Yeah,
now, man.
I do like this fake talk show with him now. I'm like, I start singing to him, he gets nuts. I'm like, he's stumpy, he's grumpy. Thessalonians, Mary Jackson, welcome to the stage.
He just barks at you.
I'm like, he's stumpy, he's grumpy. And then Penny, I'm like, she's blinky, she's stinky. Oh man. Okay, so last question here. Davo, you can only have one Judas Priest album in your collection. Only one Judas Priest record. What is it? Greatest hits and shit don't count.
Yeah. Well, I think I would go with Screaming for Vengeance.
Wow. Damo.
Yeah.
Going with
I've always said
Screaming
that's
for
like my
Vengeance.
I've always said that's my favorite Priest record. And now, since we did the album battle, I think
Defenders of
Defenders of the Faith is probably a close second.
Oh man. Mike D.
I'm going to have to go with probably my original favorite, man. By then, it would have to be Painkiller. That's like where they just turned a whole new corner. They just got heavy on that one, man, and just stayed that way.
Yeah, they pretty much did stay that way.
They became a power metal band. They really
Yeah.
did. I got to say, early Priest stuff, good, real good. Once they hit Painkiller, it was a whole different thing. So, Painkiller, that's my go-to Judas Priest record also. Crazy. Some stuff I agree with Damien with, some stuff I agree with Mike with. Yeah, Painkiller is definitely, if I had to take one Priest record, that's the record I'm taking with me. All right, guys, mixtapes and tasty cakes. We'll see you next week. Bye.